Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. This is Gray's Guitars. Thank you for watching. I am a little bit under the weather today, so I don't know how this is going to sound. My throat hurts. I'm not really coughing, though. I got a little bit of head congestion. Pretty sure I got some sickness going on from some coworkers. There was was it potluck, I think they call it? Everybody brings a dish. And I'm pretty confident that's what did it to me. Because that would have been on Wednesday or something, and it's been like 6 days or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I was feeling it last night. But without further ado, the grabber bass is back. However, we have some complaints, the price being one of them. But a lot of people wanted Gibson to do this, and I guess Epiphone is under Gibson, so you'd think it'd be cheaper, but not really. $1,000. Yeah. Yep. Let's look at a bolt-on single pickup bass. And it doesn't even have the coolest part of the grabber bass. Just for a reference, I am going to go ahead and pull this up. So on not all of them, but on some of the Gibsons, the old ones from the 70s, 80s, the pickup was actually slidable. That's why it was called the grabber bass, because you could grab the pickup, slide it into a position you wanted. That's where the name comes from, the grabber bass. This one does not have that option. Still a bolt-on neck. I think these were all bolt-on necks. Let's double check here. I'm sure we can tell from these pictures. Maybe we can tell from these pictures. Yeah, this was a bolt-on neck. The old ones were also bolt-on necks, so that adds up. But what are we doing? A three-piece maple neck, looks like. You get a gig bag with it. And you can do ebony or natural. Honestly, I think I like the natural a little better. I think they're the same. Yeah, they just the name. So let's go ahead and take a look at the specs of it anyway. So the bass to grab when you want earthquaking lows in a solid, punchy mid-range. Players have been requesting a reissue of this model for decades. Epiphone has heard you. No. They wanted the Gibson one. They wanted the Gibson one, not the Epiphone one, and they wanted the pickup to slide. Be honest with you. Epiphone grabber bass is inspired by Gibson reissue of the vintage 70s era classic that has been played by everyone from Gene Simmons to Chris Novoselic. That's the bassist from Nirvana. To Mike Dirnt, Lou Barlow, to name a few. The Epiphone grabber features a 3-piece alder body, 34-inch scale length, 3-piece maple neck, 20 frets, and an Epiphone bass humbucker pickup that delivers earthquaking lows and solid punchy mid-ranges. Honestly, I would have preferred like a Thunderbird pickup in there, but it is what it is. It's got the same screws, the Gibson Thunderbird pickups. The pickup is wired to master volume and master tone, as well as a coil split, mini toggle switch for even more tonal options. Premium gig bag is included. So body style, you got the double gloss. Body shape is a grabber, 3-piece alder. Neck is a C profile, 20 frets, 34-inch scale length, 3-piece maple, which I think actually that is on spec, I want to say. Can we just view an old one? I don't know, the old one for the one from 76 looks like it's 1-piece maple to me. I'm not sure if that's to spec or not. But it might be for some of them. Bone nut, bolt-on neck, nickel finish, single ply, speed lobs. Yeah, you got the Epiphone bass pickup, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm not feeling good today, so I might be trashing this more than usual, but come on, Epiphone. Really? $1,000 for this? Now, if it had the Gibson pickup, the embroidered Gibson pickup that you could actually slide, maybe, because that's going to give you some nostalgia feels. But you can't move this pickup. You're just stuck with it. Sure, you can split it, but who frickin' cares? I mean, it looks like they're using the original hardware there for the bridge or something, replica of it. But I mean, where with the price range are we going? Is who the hell's paying? I can get a Epiphone Thunderbird for $300. And I would argue that's a significantly better bass. I mean, I guess this is their take a little bit on a jazz bass. I can get a used Mexican jazz bass for $400 or $500 if I wait long enough locally. So where... I think this is more expensive than a new jazz bass, isn't it? Let's see if we can go back here, if it lets me, to the basses. Yeah, you got this Newport bass right here. I think, is this short scale? This might be short scale. This is only $4.99. Neck. Yeah, it's a short scale bass. Okay. But what other offerings do we have? You got a viola bass that looks more attractive to me for half the price. You got this, whatever it is, the Embassy bass also looks more attractive to me. Yet again, half the price. And then the other new bass, too, is a Jack Cassidy fretless bass. This is like a hollow body type deal. That looks like it has an actual nice pickup in there. It might. I don't know what the pickup is. Let's go ahead and look at the specs here. Arch top, layered maple, neck, 30. This is, yep, hardware, nickel. 3-point adjustable. A lot of people hate that bridge, I'll be honest with you. That 3-point, I don't mind it. JCB low impedance humbucker. But I would argue that this should be more. And you got a Veritone switch on there, I think is what that is, right? Yeah, 3-position Veritone. So how is the semi-hollow less expensive? This is a signature bass. I mean, yeah, I guess you're not putting the frets in it. So in retrospect, that saves you some time. But how is the semi-hollow Jack Cassidy bass less expensive than the grabber bass? Where's the logic in there? There's two. I guess you got two versions of the Jack Cassidy. I don't know if it gives you. Do we get a price for this one? No. Let's see here. Let's see if I just do Jack Cassidy bass ebony and see if I can get a price for this thing. You can get, okay, you can get the one, that makes even less sense. Brand new, the Jack Cassidy bass with the frets is $650. So let's go to, these are recently sold listings on Reverb that I got up here. Oh, look at that, $400 more, I can get a Gibson one with a case, with a hard shell case. Yeah, sure, this one's a little bit under $2,000. The prices are going to vary depending on condition, but let's just go through. $700 more. Gibson one. Oh, $200 more. Gibson one. Yes, there are different versions of the grabber bass. The one that is the most sought after is the one that has the movable pickup, but when, usually it's like, what was it supposed to be, like 3 or 4 times the price as the Gibson? And I'm not seeing it. I mean, maybe double, I'll be honest with you, but yeah, this is not what people wanted. They wanted the one where you could move that pickup back and forth. That's what everybody wanted. Let's see if we do, let's see here. I gotta go back to the actual one. Natural, because natural is better. Let's see if we just do Gene Simmons and then grabber bass. Grabber bass. Let's see if we can find some images. I'm actually curious of the one that he was playing. So here's one here. Yeah, he had the one with a movable pickup. His was red. Cool finish. I could see $1,000 for a Gene. They made some Gibson Gene Simmons signature Thunderbirds. I could see $1,000 for a Gene Simmons grabber bass. What about Kirst Novoselic? Let's go ahead and take a look. See which one he had. I think he had the natural one. Yeah, he had the natural one. It looks like he had a 2 pickup version by the looks of it. But a lot of the reason that he picked these things up was because you could go into a pawn shop, nobody wanted them. So, I mean, they became popular because famous musicians loved breaking them because they were cheap, A lot of them, the showmanship of the stage, if you will. So they would go to the local pawn shop, be like, hey, what's the cheapest bass you got? $100, okay, here you go. I'm going to go smash the shit out of this in 2 hours at the concert. So, yeah. I mean, I don't see where the pricing is here when everything else that they're making is half the price of this. And this is less bass for the money, if I'm being honest with you. Let me see if any of these are the full scale length. Let's see here. Neck. Okay, maybe that's the reason. Maybe all of these are currently... I think this one. Wasn't this one? This one had the full scale length? Yeah, it says a 34-inch scale length. Yeah, so, I mean, I understand that they have to make things specifically for this guitar, but you would think it would be cheaper. Bolt-on necks are less labor. Single pickup construction, everything's under the pick guard, so you probably have like a massive swimming pool route underneath that thing. It's only one pickup. So, yeah, I am just very angry at this, because who's paying $1,000 for this when you can get what is a Fender Jazz Bass going for right now? Fender MIM Jazz Bass. What the hell is one of those going for new? Let's see if we can find a brand new one. Stupid thing. All. Really? You're going to sit there and tell me I can get a brand new, off the line Fender Jazz Bass. Let's see. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. Sweetwater. Go away. Yeah, that is ridiculous that I can get a brand new jazz bass, arguably a superior instrument, I would say, compared to the Grabber, it's probably a better instrument, for $200 less. And I got more controls. And in terms of aftermarket, I can do a hell of a lot more to a jazz bass. Yeah, I understand it's not the same thing, but that is ridiculous. What is, let's see here. Probably Powfaro, I'm guessing. Let's see. Oh, it is actually rosewood. I can get a rosewood fingerboard on this thing, too. That's neat. But, yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe $800. I can't even see paying $800 for this thing. I can see paying $500 for this thing. But everything about this looks cheap. And that's what Gibson wanted to do. Because they were just like, okay, let's put Gibson on the headstock of a bass that kind of looks like a jazz bass. Figure out some sort of fun function. And then we'll sell 1 million of them. And they did. They sold a crap ton of these. And maybe there's more of a nostalgic following behind this than I'm thinking of. But when you're offering what I would say, even Epiphone themselves are offering better basses for less money, why would you buy that? Why would you not buy, there's not a huge selection, but even, let's see here, don't they have a Thunderbird right now? Inspired by, let's see, ES Designer Original Bass. Yeah, you can get a really, really cool Thunderbird for less money than this right now. You can get a 64 or a 60s Thunderbird for less money. You get 2 pickups. You also get a better bridge system. It's not that 3-point bridge system that a lot of people hate on these things. You got a 2-point bridge system. 2 pneumatic bridge system. So, I think I complained about the price of these maybe a little bit, but, I mean, and you got cooler constructions, and this is neck through. To my knowledge, isn't this neck through? Let's go ahead and see here, neck construction. Yeah, Indian Laurel, okay. Neck through body construction, yeah. How is making a Thunderbird less expensive than making Grabber bass? It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. I apologize. I have rambled on long enough. That is probably the Dayquil and like the 6 cough drops that I had before this talking because my throat hurts. But where the hell are they getting this price from? Like, if the Thunderbird's $850, this thing should be like maximum $600 in terms of price point. It does not make sense to me. So please do not buy that. Go buy a Thunderbird instead, or go buy a jazz bass. Because buy something besides this bass. Do not spend $1,000 on this thing. Save up the extra $200 and wait to find a really good deal on a vintage Gibson. That's what I'd recommend. Subscribe for more content, like, share, all that fun stuff. Sorry, I got pissed off there for a minute after looking at more prices. But yeah, that's it. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.